4 years ago, the spin-off broke a story that captivated New Zealand. The Mt Albert BBQ Noodle House versus the Mt Albert BBQ Noodle House. Two of Auckland's best restaurants, right next to each other, that look almost identical and have the exact same name. And no one could decide which one was better. Which one's the best?
Both are equally good.
Oh, fucking hell. Sit on the fence, mate. But in my search for a winner, I learned of two cousins, Hualei and Huantuan Chu, torn apart by a bitter business rivalry. A deep family feud that I tried to end by inviting them both to the Mt Albert BBQ Noodle House of the Year Awards. But at the moment of truth, Huantuan declined the handshake and walked out. I'd failed to reunite the cousins, and I'd failed to discover which one tasted better. 4 years later, it's time to finally determine which Mt Albert BBQ Noodle House is truly number one, with the help of an expert in succulent Chinese meals. Jack Karlson, a man infamous for a legendary viral news clip after he was arrested while eating at a Chinese restaurant.
Gentlemen, this is Demcracy Manifest. Have a look at the headlock here. See that chap over there? Get your hand off my penis! This is the bloke who got me on the penis before. What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? Oh, that's a nice headlock, sir. Ah, yes. I see that you know your judo well. And you, sir, are you waiting to receive my limp penis? How dare get your hands off there. Ta-ta and farewell.
This eccentric criminal is the world's preeminent expert on succulent Chinese meals. If I could find him, I could find out which barbecue noodle house was number one. But first, I had to purchase 2 meals. It was time to return to Mt Albert for the first time in 5 years. Come on, man, it's my GV. But when I got inside, former manager Huantuan was long gone. So I've got to ask the big question, where is Huantuan?
Huantuan has left.
He disappeared.
Oh, he just don't want to work in here anymore.
Do you think Hualei killed him?
No.
Okay, good, just to check. Did you like the story that I did?
After you making that video, it affect our business.
How did it affect your business?
Because of the trophy.
Okay, so people thought that they won?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
We thought you gave to him.
It wasn't because he won. I just wanted to reunite the cousins.
It's really hard because think about it. They're seeing each other every day, having argued really oftenly. How come just one video you can solve the issue? You think it's too easy. But seriously, I hate you in that. We hate you.
That's worse than I. So not only did I not solve the issue, but I created a new issue.
Yes, you did.
I did not mean that at all.
All the customers coming to check the traffic, and then there's no customers working in this one. Because of you, the video, they saw it, they all go into their one. They think that they are the real barbecue noodle house. We are not, we are the fake one.
It was clear that Alice hated me.
We hate you.
My story had hurt their business because everyone assumed Hualei next door owned the best restaurant, only because he took home the trophy. But when I went next door to confront Hualei, I learned that he too was without a trophy. Hey, really nice to meet you again, mate. How are you?
Go. Hi, guy.
Really nice to meet you. What's your name?
Leo.
Leo, you'll be translating?
Yes, I'll translate for you today.
How have things been since my story 2 years ago?
Very good. He says very good.
You don't need to translate that bit.
Yeah.
Great job. Is Mt Albert BBQ Noodle House still number one?
Barbecue noodle number one.
Because next door, they say it's them.
No, next door, he copy name, copy menu, copy license.
So this one is number one?
Yeah.
Over there, number 2.
Number 3.
You got the trophy.
That's the one like 2 teenage. He come and take it away.
What? They stole the trophy? That's terrible. Now, can I say, fuck those teens?
他说可以去骂那几个小孩子吗？骂也没用啊。My dad said it's not gonna help us to get a trophy back.
Strong point. The trophy was stolen by some teens I wanted to fuck. I couldn't believe that this crappy prize, originally belonging to Jono and Ben for winning Celebrity Family Feud, which I stole to bring the cousins closer together, had actually caused a family feud. It had affected Alice's business, and Huan was gone. The legendary Mt Albert BBQ Noodle houses needed me now more than ever. But I had a plan, and I couldn't wait to introduce them to their saviour. Check this out. It's a man getting arrested.
This is Demcracy Manifest. See that chap over there? This is the bloke who got me on the penis before.
You translate?
I can't translate.
Can you translate, get your hands off my penis?
把你的手从我那个下面那边拿开，从底下拿开，把你的手拿开。Oh.
I'm going to go to Australia to get this man to pick which is number one. It's a good idea, right?
You can try, but I don't think you will date it.
Do you not have faith in me? I'm Guy Williams.
Yes, you
I
are.
caught the Invercargill pool pooper.
I know you are.
I ended Leo Malloy's mayoralty campaign.
I understand, but I don't think so. Seriously.
No one liked my plan, but that hasn't stopped me in the past. So I purchased a succulent Chinese meal from each restaurant and set off to Australia to find Jack Karlson. But getting food products past Australia's strict border security requires some creative packaging.
I don't know if I feel comfortable about this.
If you do it right, they'll never find it. Oi, don't forget the soy sauce.
Can't we just buy that over there?
No.
I can't do it.
All right, screw it. I'll do it. Hurry up. After many hours travelling, 3.5, I watched the film, I made it to Brisbane with my Chinese meals safely in hand and headed into the outback to Jack Karlson's last known location, the small town of Kumunya, where I stopped at a pub to ask about a local character. I'm here looking for a man named Jack.
Jack? Is that Jack Daniels?
But what I found was a cinematic universe. What do you do for a living?
You won't fucking believe it. I fuck around with quails.
What the fuck are you up to?
I just having a quiet beer after a hard day labouring away on the farm, chasing the cows and that.
The Bellevue pub, it's a great pub. You can drink here if you've got a criminal background or a police background.
You video me? How come, what did that start happening? Bloody Jesus Christ! Anything happens in Kaminya, doesn't it?
That guy who's telling me he was a cow chaser is
Yeah.
actually a policeman.
He's the only policeman that's ever arrested me on several occasions that I really like.
What did he arrest you for?
Well, I was tied up with a couple of bad bikie murders, which...
What the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck? Well, I was training a bandido bikie to box, and he went on a killing spree. The guy who done the killing wanted to bury the poor victim on my property. I said, no fucking way, and I moved a body. And the guy that was killed was actually a friend of mine also. And it was the night of my 58th birthday. Yeah, so I done serious jail time where I met Jack.
What, you met Jack in prison?
I met Jack in prison, and now he drinks here. He's a lovely guy, but he doesn't like paying his restaurant bills.
Thanks to a tip-off from the local accomplice, I was on my way, deeper into the outback, to the block of land where Jack was said to be living. It was finally time to get these succulent Chinese meals tasted by the expert, a true Australian icon, Jack Karlson. Jack, it is really nice to meet you, sir.
Let me say, likewise.
You don't even know who I am.
You look all right to me.
So the reason I came is because I wanted you to try a succulent Chinese meal.
This is magnificent. What Chinese shop did you get that from?
So here I have a meal from the Mt Albert BBQ Noodle House and another meal from the Mt Albert BBQ Noodle House.
Right.
And what I need you to do is tell us which one.
Malabar New House. How far away is that?
No, the Mt Albert BBQ Noodle House.
Let me decide when I am in a mood of appetizer.
You're not in a mood.
I won't be able to do that tonight.
Unfortunately, Jack wasn't in the mood of appetizer for a couple of bum-smuggled Chinese meals. So we agreed to meet the next day after a long sleep and finally get Jack to do what he does best.
Oh, eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal.
Your voice is absolutely beautiful.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. You know that.
Well, I didn't know that. I'm not a poofter.
I wasn't saying you're a poofter. And for start, what's wrong with being a poofter?
Oh, God, who wants a dick up their ass?
It was definitely time to call it a night. Farewell and ta-ta.
Ta-ta!
And with those famous words still ringing in my ears, I return the next morning with my hopefully still succulent Chinese meals. Excited to talk with the world's leading expert, erotic artist, and star of that legendary video, Jack Karlson. Tell us about the time when you made the legendary video, 1991.
So what was I doing then? Making love to a beautiful woman called... can't even remember her name, but she was a sister of the Premier of Queensland.
Wow, that's a fancy lady to be making love to.
Yeah.
Well, can you describe her a little bit?
Oh, painted her. No clothes. Actually, that Demcracy Manifest arrest, she come and paid the bail to get me out.
Oh.
I probably was thinking, well, here it is again. They're doing the same thing all over again. The police run in with guns and handcuffs. I thought, well, let's make a show of all this.
Fuck yeah. And boy, did you make a show.
Get your hand off my penis!
Did someone actually grab you on the penis that day?
Nah.
Okay, well, why did you say that then?
Because I'm being arrested. You should be able to say things like that, shouldn't you?
There was a rumour that part of the reason for the rant was that you were trying to get booked into a insane asylum.
Oh, I said that, yeah.
You said that to the ABC?
Yeah.
Were you talking shit?
Yeah, of course. But I have been in a...
Insane asylum?
Yeah, they got me. I was drilling into a safe.
What?
Drilling to put me gelignite in.
We're going to rewind a lot here. What, they caught you drilling into a safe to put gelignite into a safe?
They just got me. I started drilling and they ran in, they got me arrested.
Yeah, obviously they arrested you. That seems highly illegal to put gelignite into a safe.
But anyway, the story is...
You can't say but anyway, those are key details.
They got me back to the police station at Ipswich. I just went.
Well,
pulled it out.
Okay, good.
Hit me again, I love it. You dirty, filthy copper dog.
And you were jacking it?
Yeah. I said, he's fucking mad. Again, Jack, you're saying this like, obviously. So what you're saying is you masturbated at the police station while you're getting beaten, you beat it, in order to seem insane, so you go to an insane asylum? Yeah.
Why would you want to go to an insane asylum?
Easy to escape from, which I did the next day.
That is absolute genius. You started that story just casually, like you were breaking into a safe.
Yeah.
Were you a bank robber?
I've never ever run into a bank or anything like that. I just go in the middle of the night, open a safe.
Yeah, that's called a bank robber.
Oh, well, I thought bank robbers ran in with guns, things like that.
Well, okay, what did you refer to yourself as?
Just a battler, doing the best I can.
Easy on the wine, Jack, easy on the wine. Because you got to remember your stories, don't you? You're looking me dead in the eyes and just drinking the wine anyway. Fair enough. Okay, so on the day, you were having a lovely Chinese meal. What was that like?
Like any good meal. Excellent. Over the space of a year or so, I kept going there.
Was the reason you kept going there because they accepted stolen credit cards?
It wasn't a stolen. That's what the coppers say.
Oh, so the coppers made up the charges against you?
They reckon that I was a criminal or something or other.
You were a criminal. You just talked before about blowing the doors off safes.
A man can reform, surely.
Absolutely.
I haven't broken the law for 50 years or something. Or 30 years.
You might have forgot a few law breaks in the middle there.
Not too much.
No more. I reckon you heard enough. All right, you beat me to it again. When did you learn how to paint?
I was in Bugger Road jail.
Oh, you learned to paint in jail?
No, it was Long Bay.
Okay, you went to Long Bay and you learned how to paint. Got it.
A bloke called Billy Taylor
taught you how to paint.
He said to me,
do you want to learn how to paint? What are you trying to say with your art?
I'm not trying to say anything. I just paint because I love it. I love painting. Particularly naked women.
Every time you say something meaningful, it's going so nice, and then you have to, like, make it weird at the end.
And that lady there is beautiful.
We all love our sound operator. But she's married, so we can't talk to you.
Who you married to? Is your husband here?
Jack, I don't think she's married to a man.
Huh?
She's married to a woman.
Oh, you're one of them. Good on you.
Good save, Jack, good save.
I remember once that I had two ladies that loved each other. And I took them back to my boat down there. And we all done a threesome.
Yeah, oh, we knew where that was going. You didn't have to say the final bit. Why did I disappoint you there? I felt like I was doing good interviewing.
She was a good woman.
Is she okay?
I do appreciate you blokes coming here.
I appreciate it too. Jack, you don't realise, but you're famous in New Zealand. You're famous around the world.
Am I?
Yes. Are you proud of the video you made?
I'm not proud. I didn't even know I'd done it. Not until
No.
10 years later, someone showed me.
It's one of the greatest scenes in Australian history.
Well, how do I get a quid out of this?
Well, what about this? What about your art? You're a talented artist, Jack. You were born to paint, and you're world famous. You got a vape now.
Well, none of you smoke.
Now, there was a reason why I was here. The Mt Albert BBQ Noodle House.
Oh, God.
What do you mean, oh, God?
Why it's so important to you?
Because in New Zealand, we don't have a lot going on. I feel like you don't want to do this.
I'm not going to eat it.
Why not?
Christ, you've had it in your pack for a week or so, haven't you?
That is a strong point. We don't want to make you sick. What if we did something for you, a favour?
Such as?
Well, you said that your issue with your fame is that you aren't able to monetize it. Well, what if we helped you sell one of your paintings?
I'd love it.
I think we have a deal.
Okay.
We struck a deal. Jack was a master of painting, specialising in naked women, specifically the breasts. If I could help him sell a painting, he would taste the food and decide once and for all which barbecue noodle house was Mt Albert's most succulent Chinese meal. One of my favourite ones is this lady here, where I noticed you've put perfect detail into the boobies, but almost no effort into the face.
You like a tit.
Yeah. There were many artworks to choose from, and I spent many hours carefully deliberating. But I finally settled on a stunning interpretation of his iconic video, which he kindly agreed to sign.
What year is it?
2023. Cheers, Jack.
All right, blokes. I love you.
Love you too, mate.
I love that woman there.
Yeah. For the comfort of our female crew member, we rushed back to Comunia, back to the tavern, where I knew the locals would be more than willing to help chip in for one of Jack's iconic paintings.
No, don't fucking give him any money.
Fuck up, Darren! After 2 hours in the pub, we'd raised over $62. And if you combine that with the $1,500 of my money, we had $1,562. We had done it. We had enough to buy one of Jack's iconic paintings.
He's still fucking moving, bruh! What the hell?
After spending days tracking him down and selling his painting, Jack Karlson was about to decide once and for all which Mt Albert BBQ Noodle House served the most succulent Chinese meals. Jack, I sold a painting.
Good on you. How much?
Just over 1,500.
You want another one?
Look, no, it was quite hard. Jack was thrilled to sell one of his beautiful works of art and finally profit off the iconic video he'd made all those years ago.
A succulent Chinese penis!
And he agreed to hold up his end of the bargain and sample our Chinese meals, which were nice and warm from days in the outback sun. This was a moment where New Zealand would have the answer to a question they've been waiting on for over 5 years. Which Mt Albert BBQ Noodle House was the true #1? Which Mt Albert BBQ Noodle House served the most succulent Chinese meal? Our entire nation waits with bated breath. He's done it. He has made his decision, ladies and gentlemen, and the winner of New Zealand's most succulent Chinese meal. The one that we're all trying to find out if we haven't... Are either of these labelled? Kyle, can you just come have a look at this for a second? If we...
What one was on the bottom?
Jack, do you know which one was on the bottom?
No.
I couldn't believe it. Due to an administrative error that I blame on Kyle.
Hey, what the hell, man?
Kyle, please get out of the VO booth.
Sorry.
The results were inconclusive, but I didn't care.
I cared. You tried to get me to smuggle food in my ass.
Jack taught me a valuable lesson about friendship.
I do appreciate you blokes coming here.
And about people coming together.
And we all done a threesome.
Yeah. We rushed back to the hotel to pack our things.
Don't forget the soy sauce.
bombs away. And journeyed back to New Zealand, back to Mt Albert, where finally the two Mt Albert BBQ Noodle houses could meet in the middle and shake hands for the first time.
It's quite nice, eh? It's quite nice.
Because in this race, there's no second place.
I don't think we need this sign anymore. No, wait, that's not the right one. Sorry about that.
Everyone gets a trophy. And just like that, the feuding Mt Albert BBQ Noodle houses were feuding no more. Because it doesn't matter which is better. These two legendary Auckland rivals achieved greatness through competition, driving each other to become number one. And that makes us the winners, the people who get to enjoy their succulent Chinese meals, even if they have been smuggled across borders and left for days in the unforgiving Australian heat.
I can officially declare that the Mt Albert BBQ Noodle House and the Mt Albert BBQ Noodle House are officially New Zealand's most succulent Chinese meal. We did it, guys.
But one question still remains. What happened to Huan Chu?
I was actually just thinking that.
Shh. Turns out Huan moved across town, about 35 metres, to a new Mt Albert BBQ Noodle House. I spoke to him off camera and he seemed really happy.
Antoine, it's really nice to see you again.
He had a little more space between him and his cousin, and he's still making Chinese meals as succulent as ever before. Guy Williams, New Zealand Today.